after you say I do, you've got to understand love is what makes things work. And many people use the word love, but they don't know what love is. Love is an emotion to them, but no, love is a verb. And I'm going to take my time and go through a bunch of things that love is. One, love is a verb. It's something that you do. It's not something that you feel. If you do it long enough, you will feel it. So love is intentional, which means that for you to love a person, you've got to think about it and decide to love the person. It's like sometimes people are waiting for, if I get this feeling, then it means I love the person. Hopefully marriage will work. Marriage will never work based on that alone. Marriage only works when you've made a decision to love this person and you're going to do these things to this person. Love is sacrificial. If you think that you're going to love a person and it won't cost you something, you won't make sacrifices, you could never be a lover. You could never be successful loving, because love is sacrificial. Love will always cost you something. It will cost you your time, energy, your money, it will cost you effort, it will cost you all sorts of things. So be sure that you're ready to make a decision that for this person that I'm with, I'm going to intentionally love them and I'm going to be sacrificial in my love for them. Love is unconditional. Unconditional means that I don't love you if you're like this or if you do this thing. If you ever meet a person who says, well, if you're like this, I will love you, do not marry them. Because that love could not last a lifetime. Because at some point you're going to do something and they're going to tell you that, well, because you have done this, I can't love you right now. So I have nothing to give you. There's no love in me for you. And that's bad. So love is unconditional, which means my love for you is not based on anything you do for me or you give me or anything how you are. I have decided I'm going to love you in whatever condition, I find you or you find yourself. I'm just going to love you. Love is unconditional. Also, love is selfless. If you're thinking about yourself a lot in marriage, your marriage will be horrible. Let me tell you this. In marriage, it works when you're thinking about them and they're thinking about you. So it's selfless. As far as you are concerned, you make it about them. And by the grace of God, they make it about you. So marriage is selfless. If you become selfish in marriage, it's no longer love and it's no longer sustainable. It will not last. So you got to know that love is selfless. Love is compassionate. You can't say, I love you and have no compassion. Compassion means I am seeing you through the eyes of my heart, which means that I'm not seeing you through the eyes in my head, but the eyes in my heart, which means I feel what you feel. I sense what you're sensing. And because I love you, I will start to do things for you even before you say anything. I will do something because I can sense it. I am being compassionate. Love does not take offense. Offenses will come, but love does not take offense, which means that when you're dealing with the person you love, whatever they did or they're doing to you, they are doing it from a heart of love, okay? And because they're doing it from a heart of love, it's a mistake. So you can't treat them like they woke up that day planning to just offend you. And I like the word that take, which means you have an option. You can either take it or not take it. Now, if this person is a person that you love, whatever they do to you and it seems like an offense, just simply don't take it. Because love does not take offense. This is very important because in marriage, offenses will come. And if you take all the offenses, you'll be fighting all the time. So just realize that this person loves me. Whatever they are doing right now is not manifesting like love. It's manifesting like an offense. But because I know they love me, I'm not going to take the offense. I'm just going to keep moving. We will discuss it, but not from a place of anger or offense. Love does not criticize harshly. Love does not, which means that they may be doing something that's worth criticizing, but do it in love. Everything can be done in love. Do it in love. Don't criticize roughly. Be good. Love encourages. That's what love does. If you love a person, you keep encouraging them. You speak words of affirmation over them, and you encourage. If you continue talking somebody down and talk somebody down, that's not love. And whoever it is you're dealing with that you're talking down cannot feel your love right now. So know this. Love always encourages. And something too that I see that people don't understand is that as strong and tough as men look and seem, men need encouragement, especially from the person that they love. That is so important because I see a lot of times, women aren't encouraging their guys because they feel the guy is okay. But no, the guys need encouragement. So love encourages. Love is never abusive. It blows my mind when I do a counseling and I hear that one husband is calling his wife foolish, stupid, idiot, and things like that. It's like, where do you guys get that from? Love does not abuse at all. The worst still, you raise up your hand to beat your spouse, and these days women are beating men too, so it just blows my mind. But no, like there's no abuse in love. There's just nowhere that you can find abuse in love. So notice, if you're doing anything abusive to your spouse or to your partner, stop it. That's not love. And I'll tell you this, anytime that you violate a person's boundaries consistently, you're abusing them. which means you've done something and they said, no, I don't like it. Stop. Don't do it to me again. And then you do it again. And then again and again, you are already abusing them. And love does not abuse. So like when we realize what love really is, we're going to find that most of us are not doing love. We're just not doing love. And that's not good enough. Okay, so love is not abusive. Love is not defensive. Because if you love a person and you're living with them, they're going to have some things they want to tell you. And the only reason they want to tell you is because they want the relationship to get better. So because they want you to be better, they want to talk to you. And now when they come to talk to you and say, well, you know what, why don't we do this differently? You just have to defend yourself and defend yourself. That's not love. Love does not defend. It's not defensive. Love is teachable. If you love a person, they should be able to come and tell you something, and you should be able to change your mind. I mean, love is teachable. You're able to teach a person who loves you, and that's very important. Love is teachable. Love does not counterattack. If you guys are the guys that say, well, you did this yesterday, somebody comes to you with a problem today, and all you have to say is like, well, you did that 2 weeks ago. That's a counterattack, and you don't want to do that. Love does not do that. Love is truthful. Love is simple. It doesn't manipulate. Love is not rebellious. Love will cost you something. We said that. Love is not controlling. Love will advise, can direct, can suggest, but love never demands, and love does not control. So if you're demanding, you're not doing love. If you're trying to control the next person, you're not doing love. You got to understand that love is what makes marriages work. And it's the understanding of the things that you're hearing now that makes that if you understand these things and you practice them, you don't have to be perfect the same time, the first time, but if you practice over and over and over, you get really good. Do we get that? And then you'll be an amazing lover. So love does not control. Love attends and heals the hurt. Love doesn't argue and try to be right all the time. Having peace. Love will always fight for peace, not for being right. So that's start to understand that. Love is open to correction. Love does not do evil. Yes. Love is intimate. Love is patient. Love is kind. So understand this. I'm listing these things where these are the things you've got to practice in marriage. And if you get to the point where you're able to constantly practice these things intentionally, unconditionally, sacrificially, you are going to be amazing. And if you both of you do this, your marriage will be the sweetest, enjoyable marriage that ever existed. So I want you to keep that in mind. Okay? Love does not do evil. Love is open to correction. Love goes out of its comfort zone for the other person. Did you get that? If you're trying to be in your comfort zone all the time, I guarantee you're not loving the person that you're with. So the only way that you can love them truly is by moving out of your comfort zone. So be ready to do that. Love is kind. Love is loyal. Love is consistent. Love is reliable. Love refuses to get angry. Love does not stay angry. Love always forgives and can forgive anything. Like if you have a partner and a spouse, you must be able to forgive them for everything and anything. That's what love is. Okay? Love is easy to talk to. Some people are hard to talk to. You're with a person and it's supposed to be a love relationship, but you're afraid to talk to them. You can't talk to them. That's not okay. That's not okay. Love is easy to talk to. Love is not overly sensitive. There's some people who are just very sensitive. Anything you tell them, they're upset. You tell them something, they take offense, everything. It's hard to love a person like that. So understand this, like if truly you're in love with somebody, you become insensitive to things. You're just not sensitive. If you're overly sensitive, that's not okay. It's not going to work. Okay. Love is gentle. Love is gentle. It is. Love is not judgmental. Love is not opinionated. Have you ever lived an opinionated person? Love is just not opinionated. You just get that. Love does not impose their ideas and opinions on others. You can't be in a marriage and each time you're imposing your idea, you're imposing your opinions, you're just doing things that's not love. Eventually, whoever it is you're with will not feel your love and they'll want to get out. And you don't want to do that. Love is not burdensome. There's some people who if you love them, you have to do a lot of things. Many things to make them feel loved. You got to buy flowers, buy cake, buy chocolate, do this, do that, do that. Love, that's not love. Love is not burdensome. You make yourself easy to love, just very easy to love. It's, the person doesn't have to carry plenty weight to just prove that they love you. So make yourself is not burdensome. Make yourself easy to love. Love is not boastful. It's not boastful. Love does not keep records of wrongs. There are people who, when they keep records, like you were rude to me this day, you didn't greet me this day, you did. Love doesn't do that. Love does not keep record of wrongs. Are we following? Love is not proud. Love is humble. Love is merciful. Love is generous. Love communicates. Like when people say, "Well, I don't feel like talking. I don't communicate." That's not love. Love communicates to the other person is satisfied. Love listens agreeably. I'm not trying to, we're not in a contest. I'm not trying to push you back or prove that I'm better than you. So I listen agreeably. I agree with you with many things. Even if I don't agree, I will make you know that I see your point. And from seeing your point, I can direct you to where I want you to be. Love embraces, love stays connected, love is generous, love does not isolate. Sometimes you meet a person that wants to isolate you from everybody around you. That's not love. Love doesn't isolate. Sometimes they say, well, I want to keep to myself, but that's not love. Love does not isolate. It's a dangerous thing. Isolation always leads to abuse. Love sets free, love nurtures, love builds up, it doesn't tear down. Love sees the potential in that person. When you love a person, you see their potential. You can just see how great they can be. And you just by default start to try to help them achieve something. So that is really important. Love is faithful, love is beautiful, love is sweet. Love does not try to win. What does it feel like after you have defeated your spouse and then you're in the same bed at night? It can't work. It just cannot work. So love doesn't try to win. Love is not stubborn. Love is bold. Love does not cast away. Love lets things go, lets offenses go. Love is easygoing. Love is enjoyable. Love is joyful. Love smiles. Love does not complain. Just keep complaining all the time. Love doesn't complain. Love does not get fed up. Love keeps trying. If you love, you keep trying. Love keeps hoping. If you love, you keep hoping. Love does not retaliate. There are a lot of people where if you do something to them, they want to retaliate. Now, love does not retaliate. Love doesn't retaliate. Love does not revenge. You can't say I love you, but I want to revenge. Each time you do something, I want to do it back to you. Love does not revenge. Okay. Love does not make another person feel bad. You don't go out of your way to make your spouse, your partner feel bad. Love doesn't do that. Love stays fresh. Love is not violent. Sometimes, we see violence in relationships and I'm wondering, how does this happen? Love is not violent. Did you get that? Love respects. Love works on making things better. If you love a person, you always try to make things better. Love is willing to improve, change for the better. Love is willing to give away. It's generous. Love is attractive. Love does not nag. No, don't nag. If you love, you don't nag. You discuss, you talk, you come to conclusions, you move forward. If not, then you pray. Let God, intervene, but you don't nag. Love does not guilt trip people. You don't guilt trip people if you love them. Love doesn't withhold. Love does not condemn. Love does not feel superior. Love does not feel inferior. Love is not weak. Love is powerful. Love does not steal. Love does not kill. Love does not destroy. Love does not accuse. Love doesn't blame. A lot of people do a lot of blame games. Just blame. But don't do that. Love doesn't blame. Okay. Love takes ownership of stuff that's going on. So you're not just blaming the other person. Love is supportive. Love does not behave rudely. Love is sincere. It's from the heart. Love just desires that the other person be blessed. Like if you say you love a person, at all times you just want them to be blessed. You want them to be blessed. It's like, I want my wife to be blessed. I want my boyfriend to be blessed. I want my, that should be your heart condition. You just want them to be blessed. And that's important. Love is not selective. Love moves first. Sometimes, somebody is upset, but you're waiting for the other person to move. Love just moves first. If you love them, you move first. Love suffers long. Love does not cast away. Love is not provoked. You don't get provoked if you're loved. Love bears all things. Love never fails. Love is very hopeful. Love thinks no evil. So we've gone through a whole bunch of things that love is. I hope that you play this over and over again till you figure that this is what love is. If you're doing anything that is contrary to what you've heard here, then it's not love. So if you're in a relationship with a person or you're married, but you are keeping records of wrongs, you're taking offense, you're doing all of these things that you shouldn't do, these things will work against your marriage and it will break the marriage down because it's not love. Love is what makes marriages work, and it's the knowledge of this love that makes a marriage work. So keep that in mind.